And we have the legendary Team 971. Rounding out your Blue Alliance, Spartan Robotics all the way from Mountain View, California. 3, 2, 1, charge! And welcome back to this opening qualification match 55 here. And oh, bingo, autonomous, and they have scored up top, nothing but chain. And 971 down that Blue Alliance coming on the other side. And bingo again, and a ricochets off. Coming out of Otto, Red Alliance 12, Blue Alliance 50, and the action has started. Welcome back to an exciting day of robot competition here at St. Louis. 17-12 at the bottom, 971 working that top. Okay, that's the Spartan Robotics, Blue Crew, and Dogma. All right, under 15 seconds, 971 attaching that, and up they climb. Job well done, 1769. Okay.
Charge. 971 quickly grabs the motor from midfield. Their teammate takes a shot. Another shot from 971. Two quick autonomous shots from the Red Alliance. 971's going to try again for a third. And they've got it. 3 autonomous shots for the Red Alliance. 50-30, advantage Red. 231 high voltage. Ducks in the low goal. Voltage comes back over the rough terrain. 971 makes another shot. Spartan Robotics from Mountain View 26 knocks in the low goal.
The light goes out, they get a point.
Here comes high voltage. Low goal. 971 gets a high goal. Spartan Robotics has scored. They've got several goals already in this match. 106-81, advantage Red. More Martians up and over the CDF, taking out that defense.
971 trying to score more work.
Martians ready to get the goal over. They lose it over. 40 seconds to go. 971, one more shot.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo. Domo. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo.
Passes through the castle wall. Alliances may have only one robot at a time in their own.
Do you want to go back to maybe the field? They might have the.
Because that would be for these group meetings, we're going to talk about strategy, no robot design, just strategy. Because we need to get a good strategy before we design something.
As long as you got like your exposition right.
I'd say it takes like 2 seconds.
You have to make sure you line up.
It's a simpler mechanism because you don't have to worry about the high goal stuff. It's relatively independent, and we'll divide back up into the groups that we were just in and go talk about design strategy. This is
If we score in the high goal, that still means we're that's compared to 2 times 2.
Yeah, I think we're going to be flying over it.
How tall is the boat?
But it's only 2 tires.
Is it more accurate? I don't know. It relies less on how firm the ball is and stuff.
We are making a prototype for a shooter, and what we're doing right now is making it out of 80-20 and angling it to test variable shots if the dodgeball is actually able to shoot a certain distance accurately.
We're making the upper goal for the robot to shoot into.
This stuff we might have to draw some center lines or something.
I get the scissors from both
Here,
Put like
you're
that,
talking to
and
code
put
people
like
to figure out
They
when
were
they
cutting
want
along
to
the same pathway.
Okay?
yeah, but that through and and then you tighten it, and then that's when the washers fell through. But if this stays like just like this, when you're tightening it still
dry things out.
What is wrong?
You know, guys want to try a different height? I mean, so we want it to contact the ball about in the center. Try moving it to the center. And you can kind of look right here. It's that's where it just stretches. It's just the bottom one first. So let's try and move this one down just a little bit.
So let's try lower friction on this, guys.
Different angles.
Yeah, we're just seeing if the angles we figured out the rolling
So we have this intake prototype where we have these rollers on the top that are pulling the ball in. We use last year's intake arms to like simulate what it would be like if we had powered rollers right here. And that worked really well. We wanted to see what would happen if we just had them as passive rollers so that they weren't powering them and that would decrease the complexity in terms of design. So it's like angled this way. And so we did like a 30-degree angle and then like a 50-degree angle. Now we're just trying them vertically to see what the difference is. Yeah, I know.
I want to show Travis the channel settings. This is the same speed that was on the last one.
Oh, right. These can all be done at like the exact same time.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're gonna break them into
47 watts for the Vex Pro 775.
so that one's smaller but more power?
Yes, except it has more thermal mass than the 775. So in the long run, it will run longer than the 775 at that power because it won't fail. So whatever. And there's a lot of statistics out there for motor testing and all that.
Great. I need to
We're prototyping a shooter. So we made a little launcher, and we're testing different spin speeds of these wheels, and
We're seeing how different wears of the balls and different balls impact the cluster of the ball or the distance of the ball.
yeah, and also the loading and the angle and everything we're all seeing how it affects consistency with our shots.
This one is 500.
So we were prototyping the intake to shooter feeders, and first the two front pieces with the bearings come out and the ball comes in from the intake. Then they close in on the ball and these bearings help push the ball, and the entire feeders, all four of them, move together as a whole, pushing it through to the other side, and that's where the shooter is.
And you can have different zones, right? Yeah. Also,
we wanted to be able to package everything down so we could fit under the low bar. We also wanted a high goal shooter and quick cycles. As you can see, it folds down so that it can fit under the low bar, but folds back up to shoot. It intakes the ball down in the position at the ground, and then it brings it up here and shoots it. It flips around to shoot it. And then there's the fingers, which really help to capture the ball and then push them forward. It's really about speeding up the process between the intake and the shooter. So then it gets the ball in when it comes up here. Wow. You can imagine this happening a lot quicker than I'm able to move the mouse. Then it moves up into the shooting position. It shoots at about 6,000 RPM, which is pretty fast. If you guys saw our prototype outside, it's very similar to that with the same wheels. Yeah, we found those wheels work pretty well. We had rubber wheels before, but there was some variation in when they spun really fast, they would expand. And so that was a little iffy, and these worked pretty well.
Just finished week 2. This is the first day of week 3. For those of you who don't know, we got the drive dates released to our sponsors last Tuesday. And that meant that we finished up our CAD and delegated the parts that we can't make in-house to our manufacturing sponsors, ScreenTech and Creative. And we should be getting parts back from Creative on January 29th and parts back from ScreenTech on February 5th. In the meantime, we need to be doing our own in-house manufacturing. To make sure you're tool trained, consult the 2016 robot parts document. Find those parts that have initials, and if you want to make that part, put your initials in the who's making it column. So one thing about this. Yeah?
No, that's not the first thing they asked us.
You want to do something? I'll do this.
I'm deburring and cleaning up the parts.
Nice. That was very efficient.
I'm making a whole bunch of spacers for the robot. And this year there's a lot needed for rollers and gearboxes.
I'm putting threading in the holes. It's a process called tapping. It uses this tool here called a tap. And it allows you end up with a part like this so that you don't have to use a nut to be able to attach a bolt directly into a piece of aluminum.
So that I don't lose what that other name is. Got it. Okay. Never put McMaster in.
So you want to cherry pick this one, D6 485. Yeah. Let's say, because I'm on this code path, right?
Yes.
But there's some commits here that I might be interested in. So now I can just pull in individual commits. And you want to turn it into an ignored file. You add it to the .get_ignore, right? So you know about that, right? It's awesome. And it's a little bit complicated, but once you get the hang of it, you'll really appreciate it. And then save it, WQ.
So, index pause is calculated by, this is between here and here, right? And then no index pause and some other place. What is this?
Figured we'd just give a quick update of where we've been in build season and what's going to happen in the near future up through our first regional in 4 weeks after stop build. So we're in the process of finishing up manufacturing and starting assembly. All the sheet metal parts are done, thanks to a lot of you guys. We still have a couple more router and lathe parts that need to be done. Those should be finished up this weekend. We're trying to get everything pretty much assembled so that we can take our dry base and superstructure out to get welded on Monday. We have our sponsors ready to do that. So
making sure assemblies have all the parts that we're going to be building for the next few days, and so 2 Tuesdays from now is when stop build is. So we've got a lot of code to do. We first have to build this robot and start testing. So we'll need your guys' help. There's going to be a lot of electrical too.
After we put the robot in the bag, we do have a second robot. And the reason for that is so that we can continue working on it and continue improving on it up until our first regional. And so we still need lots of people around to help us with that. We're also going to be working on driver station and driver practice. We'll be practicing people driving with that second robot. There's also awards and scouting and all that kind of.
What I'm doing right now is putting together the first part of the transmission, and it basically entails putting together a piston and a shifter rod. And the shifter rod is pushed by the piston to change gears.
Taking a sneak peek and then I'm gonna go.
Hey, I'm gonna find it and it's gonna be exact and it's gonna be good.
Yeah, we have the shooter.
And then we can also shoot that.
So it's actually
It's like
it's 200 degrees of travel, with your center being 100 degrees out.
Right, so in the resting position, it can't go above this, right?
Right, and it just moves like that.
Run it out this hole and into this hole.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this one in this hole.
Yeah, it's easier. You can start with.
You start the ones going
So
down.
get 'em
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are my.
Keep it down.
Either you're 2 people doing all the same thing.
That's it so close.
I got that.
Go.
This is actually the first. So this is not a controller. You run the controller over the data and it's plotted. We're not that bad.
Then we predict where we're gonna be, with our model. And then we go pick a measurement. And the measurement comes really quick. A model.
Makes it sound
You don't have rails now.
Are you guys opposed to slitting this?
Got some fabric.
Yes. Yeah. So that was the one time.
You don't need to make that weird funky shit.
This one's a little above.
What an error.
See, I just done fixed it.
Yeah, that one.
Where the train.
Okay.
You know where they're supposed to be? Supposed to be.
We need to, let's take a piece of tape and run it all the way around the bottom.
Gaffer? and start doing that. If not, you can come up here and talk to us and we'll find something for you to do. Go.
Yeah, it actually is.
Alright, so the way they did the other ones, they just built Velcro. So that's what I need.
Oh, okay.
In these two cases.
We're at like 15 minutes.
So now if you go back into insert mode and type K max intake and then hit Control N, it will autocomplete to like a couple of options because that's the stowing, right?
Angle pass. Yeah.
And angle wrist, let's keep it at high because we want to create that collision case, right?
So not in the wooden
Put the tube in the sketch of where it's going to be, and then you can notch out around it, and like we'll hide the motor up near that.
You want to do your shop out? Yeah, no, you put on that side so you can put everything between the two gearboxes. Right, okay, cool.
This is the intake 2.0. Because the first one wasn't directing the balls as correctly as we wanted them, and it wasn't fast, so it was really heavy.
Yeah. So this one's lighter, faster, and better at centering balls. Overall better.
We're still sorting this out. I'm open to anything, ladies. I think you figured that out by now, but I'm just saying it one more time.
So this is our wedge. Right now it's collapsed. When it goes, this piston contracts here and rotates this. How it does it is it attaches to this chain here, which pulls this sprocket around, which moves this down. Now this wedge has three positions. One is completely retracted, one is completely down to go into the portcullis, and one, if you activate this piston here with this latch, when you push this down, it will latch in place part way down. And on the actual wedge, we can choose to have another extension here to go over the revolving trees.
With the latch now? That's pretty sweet.
Okay. Oh, no. Come in at angles. Try and figure out how to do that. No. You're hitting.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm guessing you guys shot or
The Industrial Design Award, sponsored by General Motors, celebrates form and function in an efficiently designed machine.
This is the super cool robot everyone wants.
Congratulations, Team 971, Spartan Robotics. Highest seeded team of the event. We're gonna go ahead and give a warm round of applause for Team 971.
Shot there from the middle by 3669. He's got a shot we can shoot and score from the courtyards. Spartan Robotics under the portcullis. Robo lights working on that ball debris on the red line side. He was shot and scored from Spartan Robotics on the blue tower. The blue tower is now fully weakened, and on the blue defenses, 4 of them are down, meaning the Red Alliance has earned their 20-point bonus for defenses, and they're prepped and ready to...
Lining up a high goal shot, 9-7-1 for the high goal. 9-7-1 was first seed this morning, and they briefly lost it. They're looking to regain that status as the top seed of this competition.